2025 Subaru Forester here. I'm going to show you how to pull out the cabin filter if you want to change it. It's going to be located behind your glove box, so we're going to lower your glove box. It's pretty simple. We're going to need to disconnect this damper first. We're going to pull on this piece right here, and if it falls off like this, don't worry, we'll be able to put this back. Okay, so now right here there's these stoppers that stop the glove box from opening too far. We're going to pull the glove box in on both sides, push it in, pull down on the glove box, and then you can lower the glove box. So here's that damper that came apart. It just goes right here on the side. Here's comes apart. All we gotta do is put it back in and reattach it right here, just like that. Okay, not a big deal. So the cabin filter is located in this compartment right here, and we're going to open this door, squeezing these clips, pulling towards you. Notice that it says up right here. This is just for the door. And here's your filter here. We just pull it right out. Now, this one is pretty new. We're not going to change it today. I'm not going to recommend it to my customer, but if you need one, I have a link down in the description box. It takes you to Amazon where you can pick up a new one. When you get your new aftermarket filter, a lot of the times it'll say airflow on the side right here. Okay, and airflow is always going to be down. Okay, so this one has an arrow on it that says up. This is a factory Subaru one, right? This just means it just matches pretty much the door. Okay, it doesn't mean that the airflow is up. The Japanese cars like Toyota and Subaru like to label things up like this. Okay, but again, the airflow is down with an aftermarket filter. And then we'll just replace the door by snapping them like this. Put your glove box on. It can come off the hinges pretty easily if you want to take it all the way off. The way it's designed is that it won't come off if it's kind of placed up like this, but if you lower it enough, it'll come right off. Okay, so I can't pull it off like this, but I can pull it off like this. I'm just going to put it back on there, lift it up, close it enough where the stoppers stop it, and then we'll just reconnect the damper here by pushing it like that, and we're all done. Well, I hope the video was helpful, and if it was, appreciate it if you hit the like button for me or leave me a comment if you could, and I hope to see you again in another Subaru video.